Hello Flight Sim fans and welcome to the Practically Geek channel. In this video I've landed here at Bryce Canyon Airport in Utah, USA, and I'm going to be showing you a Payware scenery by acclaimed developer Ken Hall, and this is actually distributed by Orbx and it is available only on the Orbx Direct Store. Before we head into Ken's scenery, we're going to be checking out the default scenery first to show you what the airport will look like when you load it into your simulator, and then we'll be jumping quite quickly into Ken's scenery to show you how much he has improved this airport. So as you jump into Bryce Canyon Airport here in the USA, you'll notice the absolutely fabulous surrounding mountains and canyons, and it does state on the world map that you have two runways. In fact, it's showing currently that Bryce Canyon Airport only has one asphalt runway, runway 03 and 21, measuring in at a generous 2,254 meters. And you're probably thinking that, well, that's quite a big runway for this size airport. This is only meant to accommodate general aviation and a few business jets, but it was actually designed for emergency landings or any incidents that would occur between Denver and Los Angeles. In fact, that did happen to an MD-82 aircraft back in 2000, October 6th to be precise, and it had to actually land at Bryce Canyon Airport, so the runway was designed to hold larger aircraft. But just having a quick look at the default scenery, you'll notice the 2D satellite imagery is rather bad in this area. In fact, this airport has around, I think, 5 or 6 buildings in total. You can actually see them in the 2D satellite imagery down below there as we fly past. And the historic hangar here at Bryce Canyon Airport with the lovely big Bryce Canyon Airport font logo on the roof is just depicted by this rather square utility hangar type building, and it's not the best looking default airport. So with that being said, let's jump right into Ken's scenery. This is in cooperation with Orbx, who distribute it on the Direct Store. So let's jump in right now and see how much he has improved Bryce Canyon Airport. Welcome back to Bryce Canyon Airport here in Utah, USA. And I've loaded into the Orbx scenery, which is being developed by Ken Hall, and we're going to see how much he has improved this airport. Well, just look at that. Isn't that fantastic? You can clearly see the massive improvement to this scenery. The airport looks more alive now. The apron, taxiways, we have the real buildings now. We don't just have flat 2D images, and we have that lovely historical log hangar which we're flying over just now. It looks fantastic. You can see that Orbx and Ken have put some really great details in this airport already. The textures on each individual building, which we'll have a closer look in just a moment, look really stunning. You can see the grains in the wood, for example, in this timber and log, and also some brick in there as well, and it looks really great. The little added extras of the stairs and lights and also the fuel tank in the field there just add to the realism, in my opinion. And it's hard to take your eyes off the historical log hangar there, the Bryce Canyon Airport on the top there in massive lettering. The wood steps, or the ladders there, actually, a really nice bit of detail up to the roof. And even with me getting close to these hangars, the texturing is pretty good. I mean, look at this one, for example. You have bits of wood chipping off on the sides. The weathering effect is great. You know, I do love me weathering effect on the buildings. And again, actually the performance is pretty good as well, same as the default scenery, which is very pleasant to see. We also have some custom vegetation being added to this airport scenery. You can see that Orbx and Ken have actually modelled this outbuilding here. It looks like a house, someone lives quite close, maybe the owner or someone who works there, caretaker possibly. But the car's in the drive, so they're definitely home. I just love that now we have all the proper buildings, and you can see that there's a lot of retexturing being done to the groundwork. The 2D satellite imagery is being replaced, the taxiways, the apron and the runway have all had a nice coat of paint, and there's a lot more static aircraft on stand now, making the airport feel a lot more alive. So, reading through the key features of Bryce Canyon Airport, we have a meticulous depiction of Bryce Canyon Airport in Utah, handcrafted PBR 4K textures and UHD modeling, which is fantastic. The performance I'm getting thus far is perfect, no complaints there. Beautiful custom aerial imagery, which, yes, it looks 1,000 times better than what we got before. Certainly we saw a lot of bad 2D satellite imagery from the Bing image, the Bing satellite imagery, which was not so good. Stunning countryside location, which, yeah, it's the canyon, sorry, it says canyon side, not countryside. We have countrysides in the UK here, but we don't have many canyon sides. In fact, we don't have any canyon sides. Lovely mountains and canyons in the background of this airport. It looks fantastic. Completely weathered influenced ground poly, which looks great. I may show you what it looks like in the snow for once. May do that for you. It's got a sloped runway as well, to obviously better have the gradient and the elevation of this airport. We've got the historical log hangar cabin rather. We've got both actually. The hangar looks fantastic. Dynamic and immersive night lighting, which obviously we will go into in just a moment. It's a perfect base for exploring national parks of the southwest of the US. Close by we've got Bryce Canyon, Zion, Grand Staircase and the Grand Canyon. We've got vegetation to suit this particular area and elevation. Created with the assistance of the airport management. That's absolutely fantastic. I do love when creators, developers get into that kind of research. It's really amazing to see. So yeah, the airport management helped with extensive ground photography, so that's really amazing. Perfect for short flights to Las Vegas and Salt Lake City, and this is from the acclaimed developer Ken Hall. So just showing you the airport from above here, you can really appreciate the upgraded ground textures. They look a lot better than the default ones, certainly, and you can see all the different bits of coloured concrete, you know, the different imperfections and the cracks, even from this height. The bits of moisture building up on the aprons there below where the Cessna Citation is, and it just looks stunning. I'm really impressed. The transformation from default into this Payware scenery is extensive. It's a really great job from Orbx and Ken Hall. And that brings me on to something very, very interesting as we cut away just for a moment from this video before we take a look at the night lighting here at Bryce Canyon. I've teamed up with Orbx to give 6 people a chance of winning their choice of products from the Orbx Direct Store. That's right, yeah, we've teamed up and we've said you can pick anything from the catalogue there, even the partnered scenery. So, for example, this isn't a partner scenery, but the new Brisbane City Packs is fantastic. I've flew over there a few times between making videos for you guys. You can pick that if you like, or you can go ahead and get the Bryce Canyon Airport scenery if you like. I'm giving 6 people a chance to win. So that will run now. It is open. Head to the link in the description below. You will need an Orbx account. It's free to sign up. So again, from the link below, from the Bryce Canyon Airport link, you can sign up for the Orbx account. If you are a lucky winner, I will be needing the email address that you've signed up for the Orbx account for, so I can get the product unlocked, and you can download straight from there. Very, very easy to enter the giveaway, easy to sign up on the Orbx. What can I say? It's a simple giveaway. Hopefully you guys win, and good luck to everyone that enters. I'm sorry that was a really muddled cutaway, but I've never done a cutaway before for a competition. So yeah, there we go. Good luck to everyone who enters the Orbx giveaway. So it is now time to check out Bryce Canyon Airport at night time. So let's roll back our clocks to 1 AM and see what the guys at Orbx and Ken has been able to accomplish with the night lighting here. So it's now 1 a.m. at Bryce Canyon Airport, and a lot of ground crew out tonight. Must be a busy night here at the airport. You can't help but notice the lovely light, rotating lights on those ground vehicles. But the airport, even though it is situated kind of in the middle of nowhere in Bryce Canyon, you can see the apron edge lighting, the taxiway edge lighting, and a bit of the runway lighting off into the distance. And the area where the buildings are is pretty well lit. We will just get in closer to have a look and see what it looks like up close. So I think the main area here at Bryce Canyon Airport is very well lit. We have lights on the side of the hangars, the cabin off into the background there is nicely lit, and it's just not in your face over the top lighting. As you can imagine, this airport won't have intensive night lighting. It's not an international airport. It's got the apron edge lighting, the blue ones look fantastic, and this log cabin here, the brick and the wood and the tiles are all lit up where the lights are, and it just looks fine. It looks really, really well done, in fact. And getting down low, you can appreciate it a bit more. You have like a spotlight on kind of a base there that is illuminating the pathways out onto the apron. The lights beaming down to the side of the building. There seems to be no interior lighting, just the lights that are on the outside of the wall of the building itself shining down. But it still looks really, really good, and I'm actually very keen to see what it looks like around the log hangar. So let's have a look there now. And isn't that an airy scene? You can see the clouds illuminated by the night sky almost, and you can see the back of that Cessna Citation jet there, and it looks very, very cool. I think the night lighting is really well implemented in this airport. And just look at the lighting on that log hangar, it looks fantastic, and it is partially an interior, so let's pop inside and see what it looks like inside there. And there doesn't seem to be any interior lighting. There seems to be a runway, an apron edge lighting just there in front of that aircraft. In fact, that looks like a custom static aircraft, and it looks like a Piper. It looks like maybe a PA-28 possibly. Could be wrong actually, but it looks pretty good. Sort of cloaked in darkness there. Actually, it looks really good. This fluorescent sign for the AV fuel, the AV fuel, looks really, really nice. Please ignore those weird cars coming in and out and deciding that they don't actually want to fly out from the airport today. But it was like that in the default scenery, something that the scenery developers actually can't change, I believe, which is a shame. I hope to see that changed in the SDK for developers to do what they like with the traffic. And the taxiway edge lighting and the runway edge lighting look fantastic here at Bryce Canyon Airport. Overall, I think the night lighting is great. I think it's very well implemented, not over the top, and it doesn't need to be. It's a really, really great location to do some VFR flying and flights to nearby canyons and cities even. It's a really nice airport. So just to give you an idea of what Bryce Canyon looks like in the snow, it's not something I did in my older videos back in the day. Back in the day, it was last year. Anyway, this is not something I do often, but I think I will in this video, just to show you what the snow cover looks like at Bryce Canyon. So let's have a look at that now. So yeah, it looks pretty good. You can see that the apron, taxiways and runway are all clear of snow, which I would imagine would be more realistic. Certainly would be gritted and salted for the aircraft to resume normal daily operations. You can also see there is bits of snow gathering in front of the log hangar, and just further over before the taxiway emerges from the apron. It looks perfectly fine. I can't really say it looks bad. It certainly looks like where snow would cover, certainly the grassy areas and the rock and the surrounding areas. But on the apron, this would all be treated, I would imagine, so the airport can run with its, as I say, with its daily operations. It looks great. Can't really complain. So just before I head in and show you a before and after montage to give you a really good look on the differences and the improvements made from the default scenery, just to let you know, as I said before, performance is pretty good. no difference in the default scenery, the performance I had in that, and the airport clocks in at around 1.49 gigabytes, which I think is perfect. It's a small airport, but I think the level of detail in each individual building is more than passable. It's pretty good actually. And yeah, this probably has been a bit more of a shorter video than usual because of just the size of the airport. But sit back and relax. It's time for a Practically Geek before and after montage. Feel free to pause in the individual sections if you'd like a better look, and let's get right into it. So that was Bryce Canyon Airport from Orbx and the acclaimed developer Ken Hall, who's been able to give you this airport in stunning detail. You can grab this from the Orbx Direct Store, the link will be in the description below. It's priced in at $17.99 Australian dollars. It's $13.91 US dollars. In euros you can grab it for £11.55, and in the British pound sterling it is £9.97. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel for more videos just like this. Remember, the Orbx giveaway is now live, the link in the description below. Make sure you sign up for a Orbx account so your product of choice, if you are lucky to win, can be unlocked for yourself, and I will see you again very, very soon.
Hello, 212, you make a left turn there now.
Hello, 212. Hello, 212, ready for approach now, and I request vectors via your company approach.